Am I keeping my very first 2 mini fillies? Y'all know I've been waiting, I've been praying, and God blessed me with 2 very special mini fillies this year. And a lot of you are wondering, because I haven't really kept a whole lot of my miniature babies. What am I gonna do? And the answer is we're keeping these sassy little things for just a little bit though. Were you coming at me with teeth? Oh, yeah, that'll teach you. I literally didn't even push her. She just like fell backwards because she was being so violent out of nowhere. Well, she's in a mood. If it wasn't me, it's Gidget. She's being mean. So we have Miss Ginny here, who is out of my mare, Regina. She's over there. And then we have Gidget, my sweet tiny little thing, who is out of my oldest mini, Karen. If you had asked me before they got here, I would have said I would only keep one because I don't need to be keeping multiple minis every single year. But I have reasoning of why I'm keeping both. Now, they're both sassy. Okay, Gidget's just more mean to her mother. And then Ginny's just mean to everybody. Why Regina's staying over there. So my reasoning, let's start with Gidget. Like I said, her mother is my oldest mare, Karen. Karen has some very prolific old bloodlines within the miniature horse community that is well known, well revered. And with miniatures, artificial insemination isn't as big of a thing, but I mean, embryo transfers and frozen embryos is like non-existent. I mean, if someone's done it, I would love to know, but it's not common practice. And so when a stallion dies, it's like a big deal if you have their progeny, if they were really good, right? And so I believe her sire, Nighthawk, is still alive, but he's like in his 30s. She's 18. So it's just a little bit more of like a big deal when you have like an older mare that is from an older bloodline and you get a filly to continue that bloodline. Karen has already produced some fantastic miniature horses in the show pen as breeding stallions, as brood mares. Like, she is she's probably my most proven brood mare. Oh Lord, leave Sabrina alone, Gidget. Anyway, I'm just so blessed that she gave me a filly as, you know, a foal this year, and she's in great shape. She's doing fantastic, but I'm not going to say 1000% she'll have another foal. I don't really know. And if she does, I can't guarantee it's a filly. So I had multiple people trying to buy Gidget this year, and I gave an obscene number because for me to sell Gidget, I mean, it's almost impossible for me to guarantee I could, like, quote unquote, replace her. And even then, I want Gidget. So, keeping Gidget for that fact. You're doing a very good job as babysitter. And then there's this fancy, spicy thing. I'm gonna be real with you. I think out of the 2, structurally, right now as babies, this is my fanciest girl. I think she's the most correct. I think she's the fanciest. She's the most refined. She's got a prettier head. I think she's gonna be a smidge bigger, but she's gonna be triple registered. It's gonna be this gorgeous color. Again, I think she is conformationally better than Gidget. And if I'm thinking way ahead, if Jack, my young stallion, he's a yearling, he's about to go to his first AMHR World Show or National Show. If he goes and proves himself and we keep him a stallion and I bring him home one day to be my breeding stallion, she's outcrossed from him. She can be bred to him, whereas Gidget can't. They have the same sire. So look at that fancy thing. I plan on keeping them both, sending them to training probably at the end of the year or early next year. I'm doing the exact same thing that we did with Jack this year. They were going to be started in the halter with Emily Condor as their trainer and then go from there in their show careers. Now, who's to say what's going to happen in the future? But for right now, that's my plan. If for some reason we decide to sell one in the future, it will be to a show home only. But unless something happens to them and they're injured or something like that, you can count on seeing them enter the show pen with me. Or under my ownership, I should say. And I'm very excited just to share more about the miniature show world. So I hope that makes you happy that Gidget and Ginny are here to stay for at least now, but probably to stay. So let me know if you have any questions and stay tuned to watch them grow up. My cutesy little sisters, they're starting to be brats to one another. And then they have their nephew, Gunner, in the back. Which brings me to the point of this video. I was out here with the foals and I just realized every foal in this pasture comes from my mare Kennedy, VS the First Lady. So this nosy Nelly back here, Miss Cheyenne, is Kennedy's daughter. We had 2 recipient mares carry Kennedy babies this year. Oh, another nosy girl. So both of these ladies are daughters of Kennedy. They just have different sires. I had to drive away from them because they were being too nosy. So Cheyenne here in the front, she is by RL Best of Sudden, and then Miss Margot is by Machine Made. So that makes Margot a full sister to our yearling Kirby, and then Miss Cheyenne is a full sister to my young stallion Denver. First things first. So both of these fillies with phenomenal leading sires in the industry come from Kennedy, which is amazing. So two very, very different babies, same mama. And then you're like, how does Gunner, the little twerp, fit into this? Well, Gunner's sire is First Things First. Now we have nosy mamas coming into the back of the side-by-side. So that means Gunner is Kennedy's grandson. It's kind of funny because Kennedy and Annie, Gunner's mom, are the same age. So Kennedy's a young grandma. I think Denver is her next to oldest foal. And so she only has one filly older than him, and she's still young. She's 6 years old, so she's showing. And so I don't think she has that many grandchildren. Gunner might be, well, now that Denver has had a lot of babies, she has a lot of grandchildren. But as far as from me, this is her only grandchild. Look at them all looking at the mares across the pasture. There's Ricky and Sophie. They're all so nosy. But it just dawned on me. All the foals in this pasture are from Kennedy, which inadvertently means they're all also from my oldest stallion, VS Code Red, which I think is the coolest thing. Like, I now have the 4 generations. So I have Waylon VS Code Red, his daughter Kennedy, her son Denver, and his son Mr. Gunner. You all favor just a little bit. Very specific face shapes. There's a theme going on between these two, at least. Are you surviving with these 2 girls without Woody and Benedict? It won't be long, then you can go back outside with boys. Cheyenne is the only one that came out unscathed of the Kennedy babies without some sort of really unfortunate shape on her face. But we still love you. Okay, well, Phoebe's being really nosy, and we have things to go do. But I just thought that was a cool thing, and now I'm taking Kennedy to the NSBA World Show, and I'll be showing both her and her son Denver. We're going to be watching other trainers show Denver, and then in the future we'll be taking more of her children, and it's a really cool thing. Can you boop us out, Miss Cheyenne? Can you? No, she's leaving. Let's end the video with that booty, because look at it.